this is the grief that nobody talks about. Another kind of grief is losing yourself. It also gave me a different identity, a loser. On today's perspective, we want to look at the topic loss and grief. I know you ask why loss and grief. So this is the grief that nobody talks about. When I was 8 years old, I lost my mom, and the way it was broken down to me was that she went to a very far country and that she was one day going to come back. I understand I was little, so they needed to look for the best angle to share this. But what they didn't know is that for many years, I kept looking over my shoulder to wait and see if my mom would show up. At some point, it made me feel like she chose the other side more than she chose us. So I carried a lot of anger, a lot of resentment towards her. But then when I was able to grieve it, to process it when I was old enough, I realized she was never going to come back. But what I did and what I realized I had done is that I'd lost a lot of time trying to figure out what would be if she was still here. I took time to think of what would have happened and how things would have turned out instead of how can I rise above it. And I feel like that's a place so many of us have gotten to when we've grieved and processed the grief, but we're not ready to rise above it and look on the other side. Now, another kind of grief is losing yourself, losing what I went through, a relationship, a marriage. And to some extent, looking back and say, this is not where I thought I would be at this point. Again, I was the last person to get married in my family, the first one to get out. And that in itself was the greatest loss I had ever encountered. This threw me into a spiral. It just did not take away what I believe in. It also gave me a different identity, a loser. And for some reason, I didn't know how to rise above until I searched within, and I looked on the other side. I grieved. I looked at loss. I built my life around this person that I thought I would be at this point. But then again, I rose up one day, and of course with the help of people around me and the reality of the word and how God helped me get up on it. And I realized there's so much more away from what I thought I wanted to have, achieved by now. And I could still achieve it if only I looked on the other side. And that's the other side of grief. The rising up part, the doing the work part, the seeing the opportunities part, and believing that the opportunities are real and they're available for you. Not because the world will see it, but because you have to make them see it. And so the other side of grief for me feels like an opportunity. Yes, close the curtains. Yes, cry yourself a river. Have swollen eyes. Walk in public looking like you couldn't even comb your hair. But after all that's done, sit down, reevaluate, call yourself for a meeting and say, I can do more than this. For me, my daughter has been that anchor. She's been that wake-up call. Every time I look at her, I'm like, I can do more because I have her. God would not have given me an opportunity to take care of someone if he knew I could not. And so, for me, grief took away an identity I thought I had, but it didn't just take it away. It also helped me see that there's more. There's a side of it that can cause me to rise up, that can cause me to become better. I lost my identity in work. I lost my career. So much was said, so much was done. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I had to make a decision to rise from that, pain, to rise from that narrative that was shared and say, I can't just sit here and let the world pass me. I was created for something. So loss and grief is a process I've gone through. I've had to rise above it. I'm probably still going through it, but I'm not where I was, and that's what I feel most of us need to do. Get out from it, process it if you need to, but look on the other side. There's better things on the other side. There's more on the other side of healing, and And I think you can achieve it if you just put your mind on it. So as we reflect on loss and grief, maybe just look inside, look at your own space, your own life, your own situation, and ask, what's the positive side of this? How can I rise up on the other side? How can I better my life? How can I conquer the fears, the anxiety, the loss that I feel so deeply, the identity that I thought I would have by now, but it's taken away? How do I conquer all that and get on the other side and become the best version of myself, loss and grief notwithstanding? So yeah, this is the perspective. I hope you get to reflect on it, and see you on the next one.